introduction. I'm gonna be off camera this morning, having some Wi-Fi issues, but
I hear
that's
you.
neither here nor there. I just need to make sure you can hear me loud and clear.
Hearing you loud and clear, good man. All
All
yours.
right, all right, all right. So y'all know how we like to do. We are in the pass the ball segment, but we're in the tip drill version of pass the ball. So y'all know how like we like to do. Come off of mute if you can. And real quick, send that last minute text out to your teams. You'll be surprised how that last minute we are live. This is where the leaders meet up. Are you a leader? If so, plug in if you can. Those types of texts, you'll be surprised you'll get another 10% of the people to come on the line and plug in. So with that being said, remember also, if you do get the ball, take 2 minutes or less. If you're somebody that's not disciplined with the clock, Mr. Gandy does put the clock up for everybody, and you may hear a slight little buzz. If you hear that buzz, just politely tap out, like they say on in the music world. Just politely take a stage left. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I got three questions for y'all. I'm fired up. I'm wired up. Team, how y'all feel?
Fired
Fired
up.
up.
Fired up.
Woo! And what's up?
Mighty
Income.
Income.
And this is where we do say slang is allowed. You can bend the words. You can slang it out. You can say every. You however you want to do it. But who gets a green sheet?
Everybody.
Everybody
It's
gets
a
a
green
green
sheet.
sheet.
Get your green sheets. Everybody gets a green sheet. Get your green sheets. Everybody gets a green sheet. Get your green sheets. Everybody gets a green sheet. Get your green sheets. Everybody gets a green sheet.
Go jam one for a minute. Yeah, camera off.
Woo! That's right. Everybody gets a green sheet.
Everybody get a green sheet.
Everybody gets a green sheet. Once you really, really understand how the green sheet system works, and then once you decide to put the green sheet system to work, and then you get to decide that you really, really working, man, I'm telling you, it's like magic happening. So again, real quick, who gets a green sheet?
Everybody get a green
Everybody
Everybody
sheet.
gets a
Everybody
green
gets a
a green
sheet.
green
sheet.
sheet. Yes, yes, yes. So real quick, while we're kind of slipping into this NLP, this neuro linguistic programming, along with inside the studio, some of these things kind of tie up and tie in together. We had our second inside the studio meetup last night, and some of you were actually privy to participate because you all invested. Some of you all invested. And I wanted to do a quick recap, if possible, and talk about some of the takeaways that you all got on the second part of Inside the Studio. So, um, for the ones that did participate, let's just kind of pull it over real quick and discuss some of the nuggets that came out of it last night, because you might better paint a picture, but I'm sure it won't be as crystal clear for the ones that didn't make it. But maybe y'all can still share some of the nuggets and take homes that you got. So, who would like to go first?
I'll go.
Oh,
Who is that? Who is that? Who is
Tawana.
that?
Tawana.
Tawana. So real quick, let me do a proper introduction. So I'm gonna bring up a lady who not only has a business that is exploding, she is positioning herself to not only set herself up, but her family up for generations to come. She is an author, um, not only of one, not only of two, but Tawana has written 6 books. And if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, is that correct, Tawana?
yeah.
That is
Is-
correcto, mundo.
Yes, 6 books. Now, see, that doesn't go unnoticed. Y'all got to
Right.
understand, writing a book is a huge. Let me just say this: Eric and I, we wrote a book about 4 years ago. We still been trying to publish it and get it out. She's written 6. Like, I mean, spit them out. Like, you know how we do the green sheet? Everybody get a green sheet. Everybody get a book. She just spit the books out. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to none other than the storyteller herself, Miss Tawana Chisley.
Mr.
Mr. Tawana Chisley.
Thank you, Uncle Doc. And you know, you are an inspiration to me every day
I try to be.
with your words of wisdom. Jock got some words, y'all. If y'all don't hear them on the regular, the things that come out of his mouth, you'll be like, what? So anyway, yesterday was really good. I mean, this is the lane that I like to be in, as far as getting yourself out with the videos. And what really set out for me is, again, with what Isaiah said as well. You know, gotta be authentic and be okay with making the mistakes, but just do it. Just do it. The more you practice, the more it becomes professional. So this was really good. And then for them to help, for you all to help me break down what you call the promo pitch would be, how you helped me break that down. That was Leah. She was dropping some things yesterday. I was like, wow. So I went back on Chat GPT and typed in the information about myself, and then Chat GPT just popped it out, and it was literally similar to what Leah had said. So it was on point.
I love it. Thank you for sharing. And like Zay said, practice makes permanent. You remember he said that last night?
Yeah, permanent.
Practice makes permanent. Yeah. And that applies for over here too. You know, practice makes permanent. You got to practice. You got to practice your approach. You got to practice your body language. You got to practice, because when you present yourself, most of the time you're presenting yourself as a character, even though you might not realize it. But a lot of times people are presenting themselves, they're coming out of their shells to talk to people. So you're kind of stepping out of your normal your normal self most of the time. So thank you for sharing, Tawana. And who else? We're doing some takeaways from last night. So if nobody has their hand up, Tawana, and it's somebody that you know was on last night, you can definitely pass the ball.
Jackie's raising her hand.
Okay.
We got 2 hands up. We got Troy and Jackie. I'm not sure who went up first. So let's do
first.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Let's let the lady go first.
There you go.
All right, Miss Jackie, take it away. I know you were also doing some fabulous work, and I'm super proud of your journey as well. Take it away, sis.
Thank you, beautiful lady. Thank you. Let me tell y'all, it was amazing. There was so many nuggets that was dropped. Just practice. That's the main thing that stuck out for me, is to go over and over, which, because I'm always concerned about what to say, how to approach people, how to word it. But when Zay just said, be yourself, be authentic, be you when you're approaching and having conversations, and just the whole practice is permanent. And it was just awesome, y'all. If you wasn't on that call last night and you didn't receive the nuggets that was dropped, you truly missed out. I practiced when we got off the call. I went in my bathroom mirror and started practicing my bio and practicing making up a tagline. It just had your brain going and you brainstorming, and it was good. It was really,
I love it.
I appreciate it. I loved every bit of it.
Well, real quick, Jackie, I was gonna say, you see, because I don't know if y'all are catching it, but you just said practice, right?
Yes.
Practice, right? Practice. What do we always say? Mastery.
Yes.
Drill it till you kill it.
Yes.
We've been saying it. And the
Mhm.
thing is, ladies and gentlemen, you gotta put your skin in the game somewhere. And once you make that decision to put your skin in the game, you do what you have to do to raise your skill set to get you to that next level. And what we've been talking about in the inside the studio is practice who you really are trying to deliver to the people, because everybody now is conscious of that alter ego or that character, right? Like Uncle Jock with Courageous Conversations, that's not the same Jock that comes home to his wife. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm in character mode most of the time, most of the day. So you want to make sure that you step into your character. You practice your lines. You practice what you're going to say. You practice your approach. You practice your 30-second elevator pitch. When somebody asks you what you do, you be ready. Have that 30-second elevator pitch. So, Jackie, thank you for sharing. Somebody has their hand up.
Oh, I'm going to pass it to this powerful sister, Sister Monique.
Thank you so much this morning, Jackie. Good morning, everybody.
Good
Hey,
morning.
Morning.
good
I'm
morning.
fired up about last night
Yes.
because I heard so much that helped me just with being behind the camera. And I'll say my takeaway, one of my takeaways, um, there was so many, but one of my main takeaways was that you have to be your authentic self. Um, and even Uncle Jock gave a comparison between his style and Coach Eric's style. And it just made me think about how a lot of times we see other people doing stuff and we try to be like them, try to get hype and try to do all this stuff. But if you just be who you really are, then it's enough. I took that away from it. And then I also took away that for myself and probably a lot of other people, we don't like to get in front of the camera because we criticize ourselves so much because we think about how we talk. And I don't know if you guys know, but I have some stuff going on with my vocal cords. But when you tape yourself, you don't think you sound the same. And you like, do people hear me like that? And you worry about that stuff. But if you get into your character and separate who you are from
Yes.
the person that you're putting out, it's going to be a big, big difference. And so, just so you guys know, I'm Mo Money Moni. And so, I'm the money lady. And so, I'm sticking with it, and you're going to see it get better and better.
So Monique,
Can I
is
say
it
something real quick, John? Monique, I love your voice. I think it's very cool, and you
it's
should
very
utilize it.
unique, isn't it?
I thought it was unique as well. Yes.
That's interesting. Let me just say this. Thank you for saying that, Jackie. Somebody else, I don't know if it was Miss Reed or somebody, they said, Monique, we never heard your regular voice. So
Right.
we just think that's your voice. And so it just goes to exemplify how we are so hard on ourselves and the other people not even thinking that.
Exactly. Like we met you with the voice.
I know.
And
Just
then now watch this. Hold up, y'all. Don't act like we don't see it. And the hair is fire.
thank you.
Love it.
Right?
Love
Yes.
the
Thank
hair.
you. Thank you.
The
Thank you.
hair is
Yeah.
fire. So, when you're developing or rebranding or becoming conscious of your character, you keep hearing us say, step into it, embrace the character. So, Monique, I just for the sake of being making sure we're proper, you're saying your new name is Mo Money Monique or Mo Money Mo?
I'm gonna go with what we talked about last night. It's Mo Money Mo, but it also
Okay.
can be Mo Money Monique because it's the same.
So real quick, type in the chat. Y'all like Mo Money Monique or Mo Money Mo? See, this is easy, Monique. You see how easy it is to find out to find out. We got a whole group we can beta test with.
Mo money, mo money, mo money, mo money.
So with that being said, real quick too, um, just kind of piggybacking on what you were talking about. You know, people have a phobia, a fear, and we talked about it, of being on camera. And you just got to break through it, because the camera right now is going to be one of your best tools moving forward. And that's why we're really having this inside the studio, because even if it's something as small as a selfie video, if you did it and you got some good content and you drop in a quick 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute message, guess what? If that message hits and you drop another message and that message hits, and you start dropping messages and those message hits, guess what? That's how you get those followers. Y'all remember the Rocky movie? Remember when he first went out running, he was by himself, but then he looked up and had about 10 people behind him. Then he had about 50 people behind him. Then he had the whole city behind him.
Yep.
It's the same way that you attract followers on social media. So, who you passing that ball to, Monique? Mo Money
Uncle
Mo.
John,
I'm sorry.
Uncle John.
Yes, sir.
Before Mo Money Mo passes that ball, can I make a suggestion to her?
Yes.
Yes,
And it
please.
could be for anybody. One way Mo Money Mo is to rebrand yourself, repackage yourself, and especially even for you subconsciously and everybody else. What does your name say right now in Zoom?
Monique Pinckney, and then
So you got to change it.
Yeah,
got
yeah.
to.
Come on, we catch that. Sometimes we might slip. Hey, that's what we see. We see Mo Money Mo. You want us to see Mo Money Mo? Tell us you're Mo Money Mo.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Mo Money Mo.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you.
Great pickup, Eric. Great pickup.
Yeah.
Who you passing that ball to, Mo Money Mo?
I'm
Money
going to
Mo.
pass the ball to the man with the plan, and he's the next ED, Kamal Whitmore.
Man, thank you. And that's all good stuff. Um, let me turn this down. We have an echo. Um, yeah, so I had a speech class in college, and the teacher he said, I understand that, the biggest fear, the number one fear is public speaking above death. That was like when people who survey like public speaking, people are so afraid of public speaking. He said, but I'm gonna sacrifice your holy cow. He said, people are not really afraid of public speaking. He said, what people are afraid of is talking about something and they don't know what they're talking about in front of people.
Big difference.
Good.
He
That's
said,
good.
so he said, so here's what we're gonna do. He's like, this is your first speech. He said, everybody gonna do a speech today. He said, but what is it that you could talk about for 2 hours right now, unprompted? And so when he got to me, I'm a Michigan native, born and bred, but I'm in Georgia now. I said the Detroit Pistons. He said, good. He said, give me 5 minutes about the Detroit Pistons. And I just talked, because that's something that I can do. So what we have to do is we have to train, we have to come to the meetings, we have to get versed in what we're talking about. So when those opportunities come, we're not falling into imposter syndrome, like, I don't know what to say. Yes, you do. You know way more about insurance than anybody in there because you're the licensed one, you're the agent. We just need to make sure we build ourselves up so that we can have those courageous conversations to Uncle Jock is the master of. So I just wanted to add that little bit to what we're doing today about being your authentic self. Just get versed in it so you can talk about it comfortably, because you're not afraid. You're just afraid that you don't know what to say. So learn what to say and then be your authentic self.
All right, man. Check this out. So, Nicole, you're gonna be the last one that we do today. Man, Kamal, you just dropped a mega bomb. The first thing is being that imposter, and Monique talked about it earlier. Sometimes we find ourselves trying to be, you know, trying to pick up on other people's styles, and we show up as an imposter because we've got their styles written all over us, right? The thing is, you take notes, you look at people's styles, but you want to show up as you. You want to show up, you can't fake nobody out being yourself. You can be the best version of you 100% of the time. And so I think that's what Kamal is saying. Basically, if you have a fear, study some other people's styles, but incorporate those styles into you. and don't lose your authenticity, because you need to present the best version of you or that character that you're trying to develop and bring to the forefront. So thank you, Kamal, for sharing. Appreciate that. We got a couple hands up. Who you passing that ball to?
I think if this is in order, the inspirational voice is next. This man of God, he's an awesome man of God, awesome insurance agent and a leader in his community. Troy Gandy, take it away.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. To God be the glory. The biggest takeaway for me, I guess, was really looking in the mirror at myself after hearing all that was being said, because I guess I overjudge myself or overthink myself. And when they were saying just to be yourself, your authentic self was a real eye opener. That kind of like, I guess, would give me some direction or keep me in the pocket, so to speak. And the other thing was listening real well when you're communicating and you're talking to other folks, trying to deliver your message, so you know how to best deliver your message to them, whether they're an audible learner or a visual learner, and using those, listening and picking out those key words that they're using that actually lets you know a little bit more about them and actually who they are and how they best perceive things.
I love it, man. I love it. And one thing, like Troy said, we talked about it last night. When you're delivering messages, craft your delivery so they're like quick shots in the arm. You don't want to drag out your stuff, and we'll go more into that stuff a little later. But the ones that were on the call know what we're talking about. You know, create the messaging, make it clear, concise, to the point. Boom, cut it off. Don't drag stuff out just for the sake of putting words together, making you feel good that you put some, some Miss V words together that sounded good, but didn't really have any impact upon its delivery, because some people they operate out of the pocket. So we talked about staying in the pocket last night. So great job, Troy, for sharing. And who you passing that ball to?
This wonderful lady who's been coming with some very good inspirational nuggets, and always a joy to listen to and hear and learn from. So it's none other than Miss LaShonda Durden.
Thank you, Troy. Can you check your chat right quick, Troy, before I start?
Sure thing. Check my chat.
That means you got a message.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. Let me get it right. We're going to talk about Miss Durden, who is the visionary behind the Sacred Plug. She's a powerhouse advocate and for generational wealth, blending expert knowledge in insurance and financial strategy with a deep commitment to holistic wellness. Through her work, families learning to protect what matters and build what lasts. She's not just selling policies, she's shifting mindsets and securing legacies. Please welcome LaShonda Durden.
Thank you. Thank you, Troy.
Go, Michelle.
All right, now.
Go, girl.
Oh, we got to point this out. Do y'all see what the difference in properly edifying people does? Did y'all feel the difference between Miss LaShonda versus a proper edification? Y'all felt the difference, right? That's why we gotta get back to, as we're doing pass the ball. Remember, some of the practice is you got to practice your edification when you're bringing that next person up. And you see how it makes a difference when you properly edify somebody. So I just wanted to point that out. LaShonda?
That's it.
Thank you. Thank you, Uncle Job. So my main takeaway from last night was something is going to always go wrong. And
Yes.
for me, I like to plan, and I also like to convince myself that everything's going to go the way that I plan for it to go. So always having a run a show was very important for me, to be reminded that even though, I have my plan, that expect that something could potentially go wrong and that something would go wrong. And even today, when I had already decided, all right, I want somebody to do this, I sent it to Uncle Jock to say, could you please introduce me? Sent him my intro. And I think I sent it to somebody else, and I sent it to Troy. So I was practicing being ready for whomever might have said it. So I just want to thank you all for reminding me that regardless of, I always say, if you're already ready, you don't have to get ready. So so just reminding me to stay ready, and thank you for this.
Well,
I
thank
didn't
you,
hear
thank you. No, no. I think somebody had a background in their phone. Go ahead.
That was all. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing, LaShonda. We appreciate you, and we're watching you blossom as you're going through this process. So keep doing what you're doing. You are going to be a superstar, no doubt. And who are you passing that ball to?
I am going to pass the ball to, I only see one person with their hand raised.
It's
Sister that
two
I
of
have.
them. Do you see the lady?
Oh, okay. You said Lacole was going last, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. So my sister Siobhan Bowman, we have not met in person yet, but I feel connected to you definitely from the wisdom and knowledge you continue to share here on this platform. So come on to the stage. Siobhan Bowman.
Siobhan Bowman. Did she fall in the bushes? Siobhan must have fell in the bushes. So let's keep it moving, and you can go to the next hand.
Next, coming up, passing the ball to the professor, Lacole Elijah Pye. I had the amazing gift and blessing to meet him at the Georgia expansion, and he never disappoints, always is dropping wisdom and nuggets. So I'm looking forward to him closing out this session. Professor, come on up.
Thank you, Lushanda. I think you were the one that did the opening prayer or the closing prayer at the Atlanta event. I remember you.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was awesome, woman of God. Thank you for passing the ball to me. I know, Uncle Jack, I wasn't in the session last night, but just following the discussion so far this morning, I just want to also share some tea, because most of the time, the reason why we are afraid of actually sharing what we have with people is because sometimes we have that inferiority complex, right? We feel that the other person have the best, what do you call it? The best presentation, the other person have the best articulation, the other person have the best style. So I just a quick example. I remember when, like I shared before, I was a refugee for 4 years in the refugee camp in a different country altogether, which I never understood the language. So, and before we were coming here on the resettlement, the American embassy, you have to come and interview us. There was a team that was called the GVA. I don't know what that stands for, but say JVA. So they have to come from the US Embassy in Kenya to come and prepare us before the immigration officers from the US will come and interview us. And there was one thing they said, right, that stuck with me. He said, in this interview, just tell your own story. The immigration officers were not there. They didn't know what happened to you. You know what happened to you. You should just tell your own story and be confident telling your own story. Don't have to copy other person's story that look more better, right? Or look more attractive than yours. Because once you do that, you cannot defend it. And I always tell people, even when you're sitting down with somebody, even though a bank manager, and I have experienced this. Talk about the Rule 72. Some of them don't know what it is. So have that confidence that you know what you're talking about, and that is the authentic message. Once you have the authentic message, the confidence show through you what you are climbing by into, nothing else. So I just want to just share that. Thank you, Uncle Jack, and back to you.
Woo! Excuse me. Thank you for dropping what you always drop as a masterclass in 2 minutes. I hope y'all picking up what he's putting down. And the message is basically, don't run from yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. Embrace who you are. Embrace your unique differences, the things that make you different, the things that make you stand out. And one thing is that we're great at, we have a good team of people that if you're talking about branding yourself or marketing, we actually have a great team of people that you can set up a meeting with, and we can probably in a half hour walk you through a complete branding session. So you're clear on your branding. All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sharing. Professor Lacole, I am getting ready to turn it back over to the index voice of inspiration, Mr. Troy Gandy. Take it away, sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Uncle Chuck, and everybody. So, all right, let's sit, get ready, come off mute now.